in today's video, we're diving into the world of logo design, where I'll show you step by step on how to create professional logos that look like this. We will create stunning logos using Midjourney and other tools. Having brand identity is so important nowadays. Creating a professional logo that is memorable, and we'll show you how versatile they are, where you can place them on anything from t-shirts to mugs to your business cards and website. Now, logos can cost hundreds of dollars to get a designer to create, but in this method you only need a Midjourney subscription. And make sure to stay to the end, as I'll be sharing some tips and tricks to elevate your logo design. Just a quick note here, I will mainly be using the version 5.2 Midjourney model in this video. There may be newer versions out as you are watching this, so feel free to use them. But if you would like to get the same results I'm getting in this video, I would advise you to use the 5.2 model. The same rules should mostly apply to all models. Okay, back to the video. So to start off with, I'm going to create a logo for a sports team, and I'm just going to make up a mascot here and say that their mascot is, say, a panda, and let's see what kind of logo we can create. So for this prompt, I've gone with a simple logo of a panda head, sports team logo, simple, vector art, flat design. Adding these words into a prompt for a logo is incredibly important. Words like simple, vector art, flat design, 2D, these all associate with logos and tell Midjourney to create a logo style image. Now this helps because what we want to do is take these images and turn them into vectors, which we will do shortly. And these turned out really well, and I could easily see them on a sports team. And just for fun, let's see what this logo would look like for a sports team. It looks awesome. Before we turn our logos into a vector, I just want to show you a few more logo examples. Now I'm going to try a logo for a pizza shop. Okay, so for this one I did a simple logo of a pizza slice, simple white background, vector art, flat design. And they look really good to use as a logo. Now you could easily take this and add the text of the name of the restaurant, say, and it would be a really good logo. But now I'm going to try a different prompt. For this one, I'm going to say a simple logo for a pizza restaurant instead of just a pizza slice. And these are the results that I got. These aren't too bad. Now I know the text is always crazy in Midjourney, but I'll show you a way on how to take this and replace it with your own text, which we will do shortly. And here's some more versions. And here's how that logo would look like on a pizza box. And this is what one of the logos would look like if you used it as a restaurant sign. Now, let's try create a logo for, say, a architecture firm. So something that's stylish, looks professional, and fits the brief. Let's just give Midjourney a simple prompt to start with. And these turned out really well, even with the minimal information I gave it. I really like the top left and right ones. The bottom ones are okay, but I think there's a bit too much detail in there. With a logo, you've got to think it may be displayed really small or quite large. So if there's too much information in there, then if you have it small, it might look a bit too busy. Whereas I believe clean logos are the way to go. And here are some more architect logos with a slightly different prompt. So for this prompt, I changed it to a simple architect company logo. Flat, clean, minimalist modern, simple, retro, added cartoon in there, and geometric. I really like these. I love this top right one. Here's what some of the logos would look like as store signage. And here's the logos on business cards. They look really professional, and would have cost hundreds of dollars for a professional logo designer to create. Now I'm going to take some of my favorite logos and turn them into vectors. To turn your image into a vector, we're going to use this website called Vectorizer.ai. All you have to do is drag in your image, it will process it, and then turn it into a vector. Now check this out as we zoom into the image. You can see on the left is the original image, and see how pixelated it is. But the one on the right is the new vectorized image, and it is so sharp no matter how far you zoom in. And then you can just download it. Alright, so now I'm going to jump into Canva to show you how you can enhance these logos even more. So I've uploaded my logo into Canva, and I'm going to add some text to it. So this team is called the Pandas. I've just added this font in there, and you can change the color. And you can group those together, and there you go. And that you can use for anything. So you can add it to t-shirts, to posters, whatever you feel like. Let's try the mockup feature in Canva to see what we can do. Okay, so let's see what the design would look like on a t-shirt. And now I'm going to use Canva to change the text that was on one of the logos from Midjourney. Okay, so I've just started a new Canva document, and I've dragged in one of the pizza logos that had text on it. But as you can see, the text doesn't make any sense. So let's erase it and put in our own text. I'll click on the draw icon, and then I'll use the pen tool to go over the text with the same color that's behind it. So just use the eyedropper tool to get the correct color, and just make sure the transparency is all the way to 100, and just go over all the text. Great, so now we have a blank canvas for our text to go on. And just find a font that you like. I quite like this one. And I'll just keep it nice and easy and put in pizza. And you can change the spacing of the letters. And there you go, you've got text on your logo. Now, if you have Canva Pro, you can use the magic eraser to get rid of the text as well. So you just select what you want taken away, and then it does its magic and gets rid of all the text. And this is just a great way if you have text in your image from Midjourney but want to replace it. Okay, so now I'm going to create a logo, but with influence from a famous logo designer. So for this one, I've chosen a simple logo for a coffee brand in the style of Paul Rand. And they look pretty good. It's added some text on there for some reason, but that can be fixed. They're very nice, minimalist. You can easily turn these into vectors. Now let's try the same prompt, but with a different logo designer to see if there's any difference. So this is the same prompt, but in the style of Saul Bass instead of Paul Rand. And these are the results I got. I think I prefer the other ones. Apart from this top left one, they're not really coffee related, but I mean, they're okay still. And now I'm going to expand on that prompt with Paul Rand style, but with a bit more information. So now I've got a simple logo for a coffee brand in the style of Paul Rand, simple, vector art, and flat design. And these are the results, and I think they look really good. Just by looking at them, you can tell they're for a coffee brand. They're simple, clean, and these are perfect for turning into vectors, as they're simple, solid shapes. And here is a coffee brand in the style of Rob Janoff, who famously created the Apple logo. They don't look too bad. You just have to change the text and they're all good to go. One of them came out as a hat, but I don't know, Midjourney gives you some weird results sometimes. And here's what those logos would look like in the real world. I think they look really good. And talking about the Apple designer, I thought it would be quite fun to do my own alternative take on the Apple logo. So for this one, I made Peach instead. A nice, simple logo. And let's see what this logo would look like if it was an actual Apple product. As you can see, it just works perfectly. And here are a few more examples of different artists you can use to inspire your logos. So here I've used inspiration from Pete Mondrian. And here I used Pablo Picasso. You can also use art movements in your prompts. So here I've used the style, and I made a logo using the pop art movement. And you can also use art techniques in your prompts. Like in this logo, I used screen print. So give it a go and experiment to see what kind of amazing logos you can create. Here's an example of a lettermark logo, which is a logo that uses a stylized letter or multiple letters as a logo. Midjourney isn't great at text, but if you give it a specific letter, then it does do a good job. As you can see here, these look nice and professional. You just have to specify what letter you want in the prompt. Another great tip when creating logos is to use the no parameter at the end of your prompt. With the no parameter, you just add what you don't want to be included in the prompt. So you can add --no, and then add what you don't want to include in the prompt. So you could add no text, no gradient, no realistic details,
it can be really handy in fine-tuning your logo.
Your logo designs from Midjourney may have a color background. Now, to eliminate this, just make sure in the prompt to add white background, and it should eliminate that. But it's not a big deal, as you can use free websites that take the background away. As an example, here is a coffee logo, and I've just put in minimalist coffee cup logo, vector logo, simple clean logo, and white background. And it gave me a white background in most of them. This bottom left one has a kind of creamy looking background, but you can easily get rid of that. I think we've covered some really good stuff in this video. It just shows you how powerful Midjourney is for generating logos. If you've learned anything in this video, please give us a thumbs up and feel free to subscribe. And if you want to learn everything about Midjourney, then you won't want to miss our ultimate Midjourney guide videos. Click the thumbnail on the screen to check it out.